All right, guys, welcome back to the XG podcast with Jerry and Jesse. And today we're gonna have a special guest.
SB. We're starting off hot with him. He's gonna let us know what's wrong with Chelsea and everything. Here, go ahead.
Hello.
What's wrong with Chelsea, SB? Let me. You wanted to rant for a minute. What is it?
I didn't have a rant ready, but
Off the top of your head.
Just
top of the head, the owners. There is no direction. They're kind of just like buying players just to buy players. Uh,
What happened with
realistically,
What happened with Pochettino? 'Cause that's the whole thing. Because we thought he had a good end of the season run.
he did. We
And
went 5 games unbeaten. I think we won most of them, and they decided to sack him mutually. But I don't. I really don't get why they decided to part ways, even though we're like in a good position to play Europe.
yeah,
We're
you guys.
finally.
If you guys beat
But
City, you guys would have made the Europa League. Well, are they in Europa League? No, they're in conference. Yeah, you guys would have made Europa League, like, definitely, like, without any other intervention.
I mean, we fumbled a bunch of fixtures. I know we tied against Burnley and Sheffield in the last like 2 months of the season, and that came back to like bite us in the ass. But honestly, we didn't play. I think the second half of the season we played so much more better than we did the first half of the season. But I still don't get why. It just makes no sense to sack a manager that you literally just got a year ago, gave him a whole transfer window, and then just sack him. I don't know.
It goes to what a little bit what me and Jesse said that it's Todd Bowley thinking it's like baseball and basketball where you could just fire a manager and be better next season. But that's not really the case in this sport.
Oh no. And apparently, it's not even Todd Bowley because Todd Bowley wants to sell his minority of Chelsea. Apparently, it's the other owners that are I think Egg Bally and some other dude. Those are the guys that are apparently controlling the club mostly, and it's just Todd Bowley that's just kind of like the front man, but
He's
he doesn't
just
really
taking
have.
yeah, he's just like
Control.
taking the whole flack and being the face to get punched.
Yeah, he's being like the scapegoat of this whole situation.
and how do you feel about the new managers that Chelsea has been linked to?
The most recent one being the Leicester City manager.
Yeah.
I
He's
think
like
it's embarrassing, honestly. I think it's actually embarrassing because we're going taking one step forward and then like 3 steps back because this is the exact situation that we took with sacking Tuchel and then bringing in Harry Potter. You know, like I get you want a young manager, but I don't even think being young, like a young manager, is like a criteria that you want to like be in because you're unproven. I want someone that's proven. This is a big football club. We're
So
supposed to be
some would say the biggest in London.
some would say it's confirmed the biggest in London.
that probably is, to be honest.
And I mean we're I mean obviously there's like we've always had like we sag managers left and right. I mean this is the history of Chelsea, right? But I really don't get this short list of unproven managers or non proven like championship level managers. I just don't get it.
Yeah, I've seen a lot of those because recently I saw Xavi's name come up. I even saw Jose Mourinho's name come up. But like the one that always sticks out to my head that should be actually what I think would fit as a Chelsea manager is Nagelsmann. He's gonna be a free agent once the Euros ends, and no one's even talking about getting him as a manager. And he's a young one. What is he like?
Yep.
38, 34, 35?
Yeah.
And I would say he's proven. He's done it at Leicester. He's done it at Hoffenheim. Not Leicester. He's done it at Leipzig. He's done it at Hoffenheim. And then he did it partially at Bayern, but he like let go of his philosophy when he went to Bayern.
I
But
mean I mean we're supposed to get Nagelsmann last summer, but I think the board just want a yes man as a manager. I don't think they want an actual manager at this point because the whole there's a rumor The whole reason Poch left was because he wanted control or some control over the transfers, and I guess the board just don't want that. They don't. They want a puppet apparently. So it is what it is.
Yeah, because so far Chelsea's track history of buying players so far this like over the past 2 years is like hype, like off of
Mm.
young players. Because look at who they got: Caicedo, Enzo.
So
Was those two I think were probably the good ones, but then you got Mudryk, Nico Jackson. What she's kind of proven his transfer worth, but still it's like it's weird. I want him to do. I want him to score goals against big clubs, not just the small clubs, and they're already up 2-0. But even the biggest one is center backs. Like you guys just lost your captain. Now, who's gonna be the center
Exactly.
back?
And then they want to buy the Crystal Palace winger. I forgot his name. Olise.
Olise?
Like, yeah. And we should be saving up because we're supposed to get Osimhen. I don't know why he would want to come to this club, being as dysfunctional it is right now. But we're supposed to be saving money for that. But they're just buying people just to buy people. We already have like 20 wingers, and we're buying another one.
But the problem with Olise is that you guys were actually had a deal already confirmed to sign him last summer, but then he
Yeah.
refused. He didn't want to go to Chelsea.
Exactly. So why are we going for him again? Why would we want someone that doesn't want to play for the club? It doesn't. Yeah, I don't know.
Because he's also rumored to go to Man U. So it's probably gonna be a bidding war between Chelsea and Man U. But if you guys do with the bidding wars, like the player would probably say no if he already said no last year.
And if he does agree, it's probably could be another Mudryk situation where they have to pay double the amount that was originally expected.
Exactly.
Oh
Our
man.
whole negotiation is throwing as much money as we can and hoping that it sticks. You know.
Because Chelsea also is under the light of what is it called?
Financial
Fair play. Breaches
Yep.
of financial fair play.
Here we are. We have like 30 loopholes, but you know the loophole is giving players 8-year contracts.
All right, SP, you're the director of football. You got control with the transfers. You got to pick a goalie, a center back. Oh, just in general, what would you buy if you're the Chelsea
And who would
manager?
you sell?
Yeah, and who would you sell?
Right now, I would buy a center back because our whole.
But who would that be?
I don't know who really. I never had anyone like in mind. But any experienced center back, I don't want like a young, like 20-year-old center back that's prone to mistakes. You know, because we already have like 5 of them right now. It's hit or miss every game. It's either Badiashile becomes prime, prime Vidic, or like 2019 Harry Maguire. You know, like there's no in between. I want a veteran center back that knows what he's doing, that's directing the back line. But those are very few and far between. So at this point, I don't know.
What about Nacho? We could give you Nacho on a free.
No, he's not prem proven.
He's not friend. But he's won Champions Leagues though.
That's true. He's won more champions than my entire club. So.
And as far as the goalkeeper situation, are you happy with the goalkeeper you have right now?
I actually am. I know some people want to get on Petrovic's ass, but honestly, for his first season, I think he was pretty good. He's so much better than Robert Sanchez. It's not even funny. Robert Sanchez basically gave up games by himself, which is crazy. Crazy to think about.
He's had the money line, dude. You gotta forgive him.
He's one of the reasons that we did not get like top 4.
What about Kepa? He comes back in the summer.
He could kick rocks. He's a ass. Okay. He's terrible.
There's a reason Looney took his job.
I don't even think he wants to come back.
So that would just be like a center back pairing that you would buy?
Oh yeah.
Okay.
Honestly,
you wouldn't buy any other player, any other
Christensen, dude,
for
get
your
him back.
team?
I'd probably sell more than because we still have to. At this point, under financial fair play, we still have to sell a decent amount of players this transfer window.
Well,
And I
you
can give you
well,
who I want to sell.
well, you guys have been getting around that by selling your academy players. So I expect you guys to sell your academy again this summer.
But also, they want to sell Conor Gallagher, which I think would be a huge mistake. I think it's again the board just, I don't know. They're just clueless on what they want to do. There's like no direction in the transfer in the football, in the squad, to managers. There's zero direction.
Yeah, Conor Gallagher is rumored to go to Tottenham. That's the one transfer interest that Fabrizio Romano, I think he came out in a podcast and said. Yeah.
It's confirmed that Spurs are interested, and it's also confirmed that Chelsea are interested in selling Gallagher, just for the financial fair play.
So who would you sell, SB? You said you had a
sell-
list. You said you had a list.
I have a short list, just like our manager short list. I have Raheem Sterling to kick rocks. He's horrible. He's actually horrible. I don't know if you saw the FA Cup game. I forgot who it was. I think it was Leicester. That might be the worst performance I've ever seen from a single player ever. That actually might be the worst. I could pick up a Sunday League player and he probably would have played better. That was absolutely horrible. I saw him when they came in the summer to Chicago. Horrible there. I'm like, there's no way he's that bad in real life, right? In person. And he is. So he is gone. Ben Chilwell is also gone. He has tooth floss for a hamstring. He's gone.
What about the other fullback? Reece James.
Reece James, he plays on the right.
Would you cash in on him?
No, and Reece James, because I know Reece James played 2 games a month ago. He looked pretty good, but I want to see how he is at the start of the season, because I don't know how I know how injury prone he is, but I don't know how that surgery that he got for his hamstring is gonna be. How fully recovered is he? So I would probably keep Malo Gusto and Reece James for the right hand side, and if we can hopefully get Ian Maatsen back, but I really don't think, because I think Dortmund's gonna buy him. Ian Maatsen and Cucurella for the left. That would be a fullback pairing that I dream of, but it's probably not gonna happen.
Anyone in the midfield?
Midfield, probably just loan out a bunch of we got Andres Santos. The dude was he played in Brazil, and then he came back. We loaned him to Nottingham, and then Nottingham wasn't giving him any playing time, so he came back, and then we loaned him to Strasbourg, our smaller club that we loan out people to, because we just bought the club like a couple months ago.
Mm-hmm.
It's probably, yeah, we have a bunch of we loaned some Italian guy, I forgot his Casede, to Leicester, and then he also wasn't getting playing time in the championship, so he has to go over there. That's probably the 2 people I loan out in the midfield to Strasbourg. And up front, obviously, Raheem Sterling has to go. I would consider selling Mudryk, honestly. I don't know if it's a hot take, but I think maybe a loan, maybe a permanent transfer, because he's young, but at times he seems very lost and disconnected to the squad. So
even though it would be come at a massive loss, considering you won't recuperate probably half of what you paid for him.
Oh yeah.
What do you think he'll get sold for?
Financial fair play, we have to cut our losses at this point.
What do you think he'll get sold for? I think probably the max 30. Like he gets sold for at least 30.
Oh yeah. At least. But honestly, I'd be surprised if we get 25.
And then what about the Brazilian winger from Palmeiras that you guys signed? How excited are you for him?
Very. Messinho?
Yeah.
He's going to be Next Hazard. I
Wait,
feel,
is he a winger? I thought he
even
was
though
a
he's like
DM.
16.
He's a winger.
His ass wanted to come to Barca, but Barca aren't trusting Brazilians at the moment, so you're welcome. I think we probably fucked up.
Are you guys gonna start him right away, or you can keep him with the squad, or are you gonna loan him to Strasbourg as well? What do you think?
I think we're gonna start him right away. I think that's the, despite the club being very untrustworthy, that's what they say. They want to start him as soon as he turns 18 and bring him over here. But you never know. They might just sell him. They might just sell him to get a profit because that's what American owners do.
True. That's very true.
And it also depends on which coach they get. They might, not play certain type of players.
We might be like on our 20th coach by then, honestly. He's 17 now. We got like a year and a half. Oh, yeah.
Oh, like Mudryk, he's had more coaches than goals.
Yeah, honestly, yeah. We have more coaches than than goals and assists. It's a cooked situation. Right?
So obviously, Pochettino left. Who do you want as a coach? Obviously, you said you just want a consistent one coach. As long it doesn't matter who it is, but you want to stay with them. But who would you want?
I would like Pochettino, but that's it's very unlikely. But I know there was on our big list. It was supposed to be like Mourinho and Tuchel, but I don't think they have the greatest, reputation of developing young talent. And this is a super super young squad. I think the average age is like 24, 25-ish. Now that Thiago Silva's gone, it's probably like 22. So, at this point, I don't even know what manager I would want. Xavi wouldn't be that bad, honestly. Xavi,
He wouldn't be bad.
He wouldn't be bad, but I don't know if he'd play half your squad.
No, I think there's a lot of pieces that Xavi would use there. The only thing that killed Xavi was the Barcelona media.
No, I mean he won't play a certain number of their squad because of the allegations against him.
What allegation? Oh, right, those allegations. Certain type of players
Yeah, he
from a
doesn't like
certain country.
Yeah, he doesn't like certain players from certain countries that look a certain way. If you know what I mean.
It's all allegedly, but there's a track record of it. But yeah, I don't think Xavi will be bad at all. Does he take a coaching job over the summer? I don't know.
I don't think so. I think he takes a year break.
All right. Any closing thoughts, SB?
Pray for me. Pray for my club. The club that I loved is not what it is anymore. Yeah, that's basically it. I think we're cooked for a while. I think at this point we're in a good direction to make top 4, maybe next year. Now I don't know. It's a lot of I don't knows at this point.
How does it feel having Arsenal fans laugh at you? And what do you have to say to them?
They won the same amount of trophies that we did this year. Manchester United got more trophies than them, and they got 8th place. They should be ashamed. We saw Wembley more than they did. So they could fuck off, honestly. Small club.
And
Zero.
And one thing, what will make you switch clubs? Like, would you ever go to another Premier League club if, say, like, they're found guilty of the financial fair play charges and go to like a 3rd division?
I'd probably still support them. I'd probably be ashamed of it, but I don't think I would ever support the Premier League club. I'd probably have to go to like France.
All right, that's such a random thing. What are you gonna pick in France? Fucking PSG, the only team.
That or Dortmund. I'd probably support Dortmund. I like Dortmund when I was younger because of Marco Reus. So I'd probably be a Dortmund fan.
And lastly, who do you got in the final? Madrid or Dortmund?
My mind says Madrid, but I'm gonna go with Dortmund.
I'm with you.
All right. That's your last appearance on this podcast.
But realistically, yeah, Madrid should win. much more experience in these stages. So
A score prediction?
3-1 Dortmund.
All right, this is your last appearance.
All right, thanks, SB.
Man.
Thanks, SB. We gotta have you on the show in person this time.
Maybe next week.
Yeah, just let us know.
I could drive over there, but it's gonna take me a minute.
Don't matter, dude. I'll take the train, whatever. I'll pick you up. Just let us know.
We'll make it happen.
All right. Peace.
Peace.
Thanks for having me. Bye.
And with that, we could go to the next segment of the Champions League final. Yeah, it's this fucking Saturday, dude. Is it this Saturday?
It is this Saturday at 2.
It's
Central Time.
Wait, when is the Conference League final? Wednesday or Thursday? One of those days.
It's Wednesday, I think.
But
No, Thursday. Was it?
it's this week. It's midweek. But the significance of that is Fiorentina could be the 10th.
Yeah, we were just. I think we mentioned it that if Fiorentina wins the Conference League, Serie A will have 10 teams in Europe next season.
That's just an absurd number. Would that
That's
be the
crazy.
most amount of teams in Europe in a European competition?
From a league, yeah, I think so. Especially because of the Conference League adding so many. But with the way things are shaping out, that's crazy. 10 teams and literally half the league is in Europe.
I know. That's fucking crazy to think. And you know what's even insane? The Serie A just finished this weekend, but there's still 2 more games to be played after
Yeah.
this whole thing.
Yeah.
Just because the schedule got so fucked up, but oh my god, 10 teams in Europe is gonna be insane. I'm wearing a Fiorentina hat or whatever.
I called
want
it. Dude.
Fiorentina to win.
Dude,
You did call it,
I've been saying it since we started it. I think Fiorentina wins it.
but Olympiacos is no team to sleep on.
No, they are not. They're a tough team, and
If-
especially I believe their fans travel well. So
Yeah, so it's gonna be a crazy atmosphere. Good game to watch. Who doesn't want to watch a final?
yeah,
So be on the lookout for that. But the bigger one, Dortmund Real Madrid finally this weekend. Are you nervous, dude?
I don't want to say I'm not because I don't want to seem more confident, but I do feel a little confident. But I feel there's like that slight nervousness inside me where I can feel us relaxing a little bit and Dortmund just taking that quick goal and then playing through the back, and then they have those weapons to attack us.
And I would want to say is, so far the underdogs have been winning these finals.
They have.
Atalanta beat Leverkusen,
Leverkusen.
never losing. Now they fucking lost in the final. I called it too. Man City lost to Man United in the FA Cup final.
Yeah.
That was a fucking big shock. So it's not looking good. Your only saving grace is what's it called? The Coupe de France. Lyon losing to PSG over the weekend.
Yeah, but I feel like that's different than everyone else. Because even though we say Leverkusen was undefeated, they don't have a good tradition of being in those final spots, the experience.
True.
They are still a young squad. So I felt like it did get to them a bit. And then Man City versus Man U, I felt like it was just Ten Hag's final hoorah. And then just bringing it out. Especially Man City, they didn't look good or play well. Because the first goal they gave up was...
the Guardiola error.
Yeah. So, I wouldn't say it was...
Man U's doing it was
Yeah.
more Man City's doing them to themselves.
Yeah.
But hey, you go out there and win finals. You don't play them.
Yeah, that's true. But we do have a good track record in finals, so...
Yeah, like I said, I can't remember the last time Real Madrid lost the Champions League final. I can't.
Even a final, it's hard to remember.
Oh, I can.
Which one?
Supercopa.
That's not real cup.
Yeah, after you guys lose it.
It's not real cup. When we win it, it's a real cup, but when we lose it, it's not real.
But yeah, I don't know, dude. It's gonna be a crazy game. You think Sule's gonna be in shape?
Who?
Nicolas Sule.
Oh.
You know that his ass was put on a diet and on the treadmill as soon as that picture got leaked.
Yeah, I feel like... Well, that's the thing with their backline. They're
Yeah.
not known for pace.
Yeah,
They're-
either way, it's gonna be Hummels and fucking Schlotterbeck. There's no reason they play Sule.
Yeah. Well, the only way I see Shula is if like they're up ahead and then last minute in case for just last minute crosses.
Yeah.
But
And in that case, you don't even need him to run. Just jump.
yeah,
And he's already like 6'5".
yeah. Their backline, I don't expect them to just outpace anyone. they're gonna go through with Hummel's experience and him leading the back and just putting people in positionings. So that's how I expect them to counteract. Because if you put Hummels or Shuttleback or anyone against Rodrigo or Vinny for pace, they're not gonna last.
Yeah. It's gonna be a fucking. I don't know. I think it'll be a good final. Like I said, I've always mentioned that finals. For me, the best finals are when they're intense. It's like just back and forth. Anyone could win it. Like
Yeah.
the biggest example is
Yeah,
Argentina France.
Yeah, that's from a neutral standpoint.
Yeah, that's from a neutral standpoint, Jesse. No, in general, like honestly, like do you remember the fucking Liverpool Spurs final? I think it's probably got labeled as the worst final of all time.
Yeah, it was awful.
That I hate that shit. Like I want it to be good. I want it to be intense.
I'd rather not. If I'm a neutral, I love that. But if it's my team there, I want a 3-0.
Yeah,
Early start.
obviously.
Yeah, so hopefully we get an early goal and then that disrupts them. But the one I expect to look out for is Adeyemi, because I feel like he's going to be doing a lot of work that he did with PSG, where he's going to be tracking back and covering for his back line, covering, Rodrigo and Vinny.
Yeah, it's gonna be a. I think he even came off injured in one of the games, but not. He has more than enough time to recover.
Yeah, the thing I want to see is how Sancho tries to get through Carvajal, because that's going to be a big attacking point.
R.I.P. Carvajal. I'll say that right now. If Sancho plays the way he did against PSG and does like 15 take-ons, yeah, I think Dortmund wins the final. But if Sancho gets shut down, it's gonna be a very, very long final for Dortmund.
Yeah, it is. Because I'm not too worried, because I feel like I have trust in Carvajal's 1v1, because especially that one performance against Ribery, he's shown that he can live up to that situation. But who knows? Sancho just might have his day and take over.
Yeah, we gotta see though. It's gonna be a really good final. I'm pretty excited for it.
Well, yeah. Well, Tuchemani's not playing. It's gonna be
No?
Camavinga, DM.
What?
He's injured.
Damn.
I think he's gonna.
Damn.
He's out for. That's why he hasn't been playing for this past month. He's gonna be out until I believe the beginning of Euros.
He still got called up though, right?
He got called up, but they're still seeing how he comes back if
Yeah,
he's
'cause
gonna
it's
be
like
available.
yeah, it's a preliminary list. I still I forgot. Damn. But you don't want to know the biggest snub? Sancho didn't get called up to the Euros.
I'm not surprised. Gareth Southgate has his favorites,
He does.
so they were always gonna make it, and then there's gonna be other ones. I feel like they favor um people from the Premier League, so those informs got in,
Yeah.
and then I feel like Bellingham got in just because he's such a big name.
Mm-hmm.
If he didn't, people were gonna call for his head, so it's kind of hard for Sancho, especially because he's really stepped up the past couple of weeks.
Mm-hmm.
So plus they have so many forwards, even the
Preliminary.
yeah. Jude Bellingham was named as a forward instead of midfield.
Yeah.
The midfield looks so
Yeah.
not enough bodies.
Yeah, we talked about it last episode, but like you mentioned, even in the last episode, like any of those players considered forwards can be brought down as midfielders. But
Yeah.
we'll see, we'll see. Wayne Rooney keeps saying he's coming home, like you mentioned, but or not KSI.
KSI, all those, I just hate them.
It's an every year thing. I hope they get knocked out instantly.
English fans always it's coming home. It's never been home. How is it gonna go home? It's not even their home anymore.
Yep, it's always delusion.
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 And that's why I always want them to lose, 'cause shut up. Learn your role, dude.
Learn your role.
You're there for views and then for you to lose, 'cause everyone wants to see you lose. 'Cause you guys make yourself out to be like that.
Alright, and yeah, score prediction, Jesse. What's on the final, dude?
Final? I'll say I'll be confident. I'll go 4-1.
Damn.
I think Rodrigo gets 2.
Mm-hmm.
'Cause he's Mr. Champions League. I think Vinny gets 1, and then I think stoppage time. I want to say either Brahim Diaz or Joselu gets a goal.
I'm gonna call mine, dude. I got Dortmund, the underdogs. They've been winning all the European competitions, Jesse. Yep, I got 2-0 Dortmund.
You got 2-0 Dortmund with Fulkrug scoring it early.
Yeah, early school. The last one, I'm not even gonna say. A dream would be Marco Royce, but
Yeah,
Marco Royce is hoisting that trophy.
that's my
Jesse.
consolation goal for mine.
Royce.
Yeah, he's one of my favorite players. I wish he would have come to Real Madrid. But you really think we don't score against Dortmund?
I think Dortmund holds the line. I think they'll be very disciplined. Matt Hummels is gonna have a man of the match, a legacy performance, and they're gonna go out as champions.
You think that they're gonna stop Tony Cruz from ending his retirement on a high note?
Yeah, and I have a complaint to make to you guys. You guys first were saying Bellingham Ballon d'Oro, then they went to Vinicius Ballon d'Oro, and now that Tony Cruz is retiring, not you, Real Madrid fans. Now that Tony Cruz is retiring, now it's Tony Cruz Ballon d'Oro. Like, make up a fucking make up your mind. You guys are gonna end up losing the Ballon d'Oro for like splitting the votes. It's like, bro, we're like, fuck. You guys keep switching fucking players every month.
I just want to say, I don't care.
I know you don't. But
Ballon d'Oro is a Mickey Mouse trophy.
fucking
But I mean,
Real Madrid fans, Jesus Christ, pick a player.
but I would say we probably have the best season after Leverkusen.
I even say I think Leverkusen choked theirs for losing the Europa League.
See, that's what everyone's saying, that it's a disappointment. But if you think about it, they still went undefeated in the league.
No, yeah, there's no small.
They got a
Detail
double,
to go
and
over.
then the only loss they have was in one final.
And even that final, the Polka final, it was only 1-0, Jesse, against a second or third division team.
Everyone keeps on saying that, but it's so hard to go undefeated in a season. There's a reason why it doesn't happen.
Arsenal did it.
That's not real. It's not even. They're not even invincibles. They're called the unbeatables. Get that right.
But I don't know. I think they just choked it. I think, like you mentioned, you mentioned earlier that the team was very like green. The green ones were Leverkusen, and everyone overlooked it. Atalanta's played finals. They played
no.
they
Everyone's
played a lot of Coppa Italia finals, and it's always been the same manager. And did you know that the Atalanta manager is in charge of everything?
Yeah. That dude's crazy.
From physical therapy to the transfers to everything. And apparently he was at Juventus he was in Inter, and Inter didn't want to give him that power, so that's why he left. But dude, I saw that final and Jesus Christ, the Lookman hat trick to win the fucking game.
Well, I feel like it was multiple things. I say it was just Atalanta was better that day.
Yeah.
Leverkusen didn't show up. I felt like their inexperience really played a part. Because even though in the league, there was never like a final type like game.
Mm-hmm.
They had it set for a while. They were up by so much. They finished like how many games they won the league? How many games before the end of the season? Like 5.
Mm-hmm.
So there was never like that pressure. And then the Atalanta, I think Xabi got exposed a bit by the Atalanta coach. He outcoached them.
Yeah.
And I think that was the first time in Xabi's time as a manager.
Like bad, dude. Like they couldn't even leave the bag. They couldn't create chances.
Their pressure was insane. But I feel like that's Atalanta style, because they also did that to Juventus, things like that. So, but I think it's a good experience for Xabi, because everyone thinks like, oh, it's a bad thing that happened to him. No, it happens to every coach in their history.
But what you can't look over is Atalanta. They came in fatigued, to be honest. They 4 days before. No, not even 4 days. What is this? A week before. I wouldn't say super fatigued, but a week before they faced Juventus in the Coppa Italia final. They lost 1-0. So they got a taste of what a final was, and they've obviously played finals beforehand, Coppa Italia finals. But they knew what it was like, and that's what I thought it was gonna be at first. I thought it was gonna be a super close game, and for some reason I'm like, I wanted to go Atalanta so bad in money line, but in my head I'm like, am I really gonna go against a team that's been unbeaten? But it just even that stat, like being unbeaten, made me overlook everything. They never played a final before. They've never been in a situation like this.
It's what clouded everyone's judgment. They're like, oh, they've been undefeated. Well, it was like everyone was saying, oh, 90th minute, something's gonna happen. Even when Atalanta scored the first 2 goals, everyone's like,
yeah, everyone was like, oh, they'll come back.
They'll come back. It's like the 90th minute, something's gonna happen. It's like no, this isn't gonna happen consistent. Like, think about it. They were doing that throughout the entire season. It drains a player mentally.
Mm-hmm.
And like we said, this is a green team. They're young. They're inexperienced. This is like the first time. Think about it. Last year they were in regulation or to go down regulation spots, and then they came back and finished.
Just oh my god, dude, just can't believe it. Can't believe it, dude. My money, my fucking money.
Yeah. But I
Nah,
mean,
it's
even
okay.
like you said in the other final, the inexperienced showed again. The defender got a red card in like the 30th minute.
Yep.
That's why they struggled so much and finished 1-0.
It's just they got. I wouldn't even say they got lucky, but they show their true grit, getting that. Getting that Poco final, like, because they could have easily lost it, and like
Yeah.
everyone would have discredited.
The season, everyone be like,
Almost
oh,
the
they
whole thing.
crumbled at the end. Because everyone's like, oh, they disregard everything that happened before that.
But now it's interesting to see, because seeing that final against Atalanta, the coaches are not gonna try to implement what Atalanta did against Leverkusen.
Well, I feel like that's what happens every summer. They go back and look at what worked best against them,
Mm-hmm.
and then they just gotta evolve. Everyone was saying last year for Mikel Arteta, his system was working great. Everyone realized what worked against it, and then the beginning of the season, they countered it. They knew how to counter it, and so everyone was asking him to evolve his play style.
Big facts. But congratulations to Atalanta, though.
Yeah, Atalanta, they deserve it. It's like we said,
Deserve.
Serie A, dude.
Deserve.
Watch out.
Deserved. But now we go into the coaching, the rumored coaching and announced hires. Tomorrow, like I said, Hansi Flick is getting announced.
Hansi Flick for Barca.
I'm excited. Cause now I think for a fact, I think we're getting Kimmich, cause he loves Kimmich in general. He's the one that put him into the central defensive midfielder role. But I still think he needs a left winger. That's to be determined. I don't know who we're getting. I don't know anything, to be honest. We'll see what happens with Frankie, if he wants to keep him or sell him. Just a bunch of shit. But what other news are coming out?
The Zerbi's linked to Man U.
You think Ten Hag saved his coaching job?
I think it's already confirmed he's fired.
Damn. You saw his cold ass line, what he said?
Yeah, he said, oh, they could also win titles after I leave.
He said,
I told you.
if they want me, if they don't want me, let me know. Either way, I'm going to go win titles. I was like, oh. He's insane.
He had a way to end it. Great way to end it. But people are like saying, oh, he should have kept. They still forget he had a horrible season. This was statistically, I think, Man U's like worst season in the Premier League era.
It was.
Like they had a worse goal difference than like everyone else except for like the teams that went down.
I think they would have been crucified if they kept him. They would have been crucified bad.
Well, that's the thing with Man U fans. They switch over trains so much. They're like, before everyone's like so excited that Ten Hag got fired. They're like, oh, it was a right choice and everything. He wins the FA Cup.
We should keep him.
We should keep him. Why are we sell it? Like, who was it? I think Angry Ginge. I think in his vlog, he's like, dude, why are you say? Because he saw someone with the Ten Hag out shirt, and they're like, dude, what's wrong with you? This is.
And he was already calling it out. And before you guys called me out, I did want Xavi to stay, but it's the board. Like, there's clearly not a good relationship.
Well, him and what was it, Deco?
Him, Deco, Laporta, there's just like no synchronization between all three of them. So I think eventually Laporta got his way and wanted his coach. So
Yeah.
before people start calling out, oh, the same thing happened to Barca, I was like, I want Xavi to stay. I wish he would stay, but
Same, I want him to stay.
yeah, I bet you do. So we win another league title with no fucking, what's it called, money. Pull more levers.
And you saw for Fermin over there dedicating the goal to him.
Big facts. But the biggest news for management, Vincent Company took the Bayern job.
Yeah, I told you. I think I sent it to you, dude. Company to Bayern. I think that's such a crazy hire.
That's a very ambitious move, because he was coaching Burnley, and they got relegated, and he gets a Bayern job. That's a very crazy move. Like, I did not expect this.
I don't know. That's yeah.
Because they
That's
could go badly instantly.
the only thing I will say is he he did look one of the hottest coaching prospects a year ago.
Mm-hmm.
He led Burnley. When they brought him up, they were playing fantastic football. He came into the squad and had him playing really well, and then he led Burnley to I think 100-point season or something like that
Yeah.
in the championship. He looks really good. He obviously looked overmatched in the Premier League.
Yeah, given the squad he does have, but sometimes I did watch a couple Burnley games. Like they did play amazingly, but then out of nowhere it crumbles.
Yeah, but I would say it's such a big jump to go from Burnley all the way to Bayern. But I think the problem is it's just that Bayern kind of had to hire him because they had no other option. No one wanted to take the Bayern job.
Yeah, any German coaches, Flick just went to Barca. Nagelsmann, they had a bad breakup with him. Tuchel, it's clearly another bad breakup.
Yeah.
Like what other German coaches did they get? Joachim Low? I don't think he's even gonna coach.
Yeah, I think the coaches see Bayern and they see the problem with the board consistently happen with every coach that they've had there, and they just didn't want to do it. And I think companies saw the big jump, saw the opportunity, and thinks he could probably make a difference. Who knows what happens? Who knows what squad he's left with and what transfers get made? So, it's gonna be a crazy one.
And then Olympique Marseille is looking to they made a proposal to Sergio Conceição,
Conceição,
the Porto coach.
Porto coach. Yeah.
So it looks like AC Milan might, because they were in the running for him as a coach.
Yeah, I think they're the favorites.
But they started pivoting to Hansi Flick, but Hansi Flick was waiting for Barca the whole time. So that'll be a big blow to AC Milan. Oh my god, dude! I'm telling you, I think the coaching transfer market is better than the
regular. We've been saying that this can be a crazy bunch of coaches going everywhere. Like I think the sporting coach is still linked to, I think 10 clubs.
Yeah, and then even what's it called? Guardiola. He announced that he's
Yeah, I
leaving
think
after the 2025.
12 months. 12 more months. Case I got his wish.
He got his wish, but now they won. What they pretty much had a whole era. Like this is a decade team. It's over.
Well,
Like they said, Man City would never be Man U.
they got the 4 in a row. Never been done before.
It's insane. Oh man.
And then yeah. But it's gonna be crazy to see who steps up in Man City spot, and who becomes a new coach. Because I think they'll probably be linked to who Mikel Arteta. He was his direct coach. Because who knows who they go for? Because I feel like there's nobody else in the Premier League that has like the hype around them.
Yeah, there's no one
besides Mikel Arteta now.
Yeah. Maybe no. Klopp left. Nah, I can't really think of anything. Pochettino, we'll see where he goes because he's also linked to Man U.
He's linked to Man U, but so is there's Zerbi, so is someone.
Everyone in the world.
Yeah.
Me, I'm linked to him.
Yeah, actually, I got an offer for them for last week, but I'm a one-man club, so I couldn't take it.
Unai Emery just signed a new 5-year deal with Aston Villa, and then like we mentioned earlier with SB on the call, Chelsea is considering the Leicester City coach.
Yeah, and
which
then
is very ambitious too.
They're looking at Leicester City coach, and then I also saw Thomas Frank, and then who knows where McKenna, the guy from not Leicester, the other club. What's the other club?
I don't know. I see McKenna though.
It's where is it? It's Leicester City and Southampton, and what's the other one?
Couldn't tell you.
Coventry?
Is it Coventry? No, Coventry's the one that played the FA.
It's the one that just got recently promoted to Champions League, and then they're double promotion.
Double promotion.
Yeah, they went from he brought them up to the Championship, and then immediately got them promoted to Premier League.
Oh, give me a second, bro. Oh my god, who is it? I'm trying to look it up right now. Championship matches, standings. Leicester, Ipswich.
There we go. Ipswich. So who knows where he goes? He's linked.
Conte is taking the Napoli job,
which could be scary.
Why?
For other teams.
Well, they're losing their striker, so I don't know how scary it can be.
But it's like we say with Napoli, they're like, we always expect them to like disappear, but they always somehow find players.
Yeah.
They always somehow find players and then transform.
Yeah, you're not wrong about that. We'll see though.
Well, I saw PSG were linked to Kvaratskhelia, $100 million bid.
Jesus, bro.
Which
Over Leao, I spend that money on Leao.
But the thing is, I don't think they need a winger. They have so many.
Wait, AC Milan just got their coach.
Who?
Paolo Fonseca.
Oh, it's been confirmed. So he's not going to leave.
Paolo
Marseille?
Fonseca's salary as new AC Milan manager will be 2.5 million net per season until June 2026. The agreement is set to be sealed soon, as expected. This
So-
is coming from Romano.
So he's going to.
Yeah, it looks like they have a coach, but it's kind of a, I want to say bad one, but from what they were looking at first, they settled with Fonseca.
All I'm saying is, there's a lot of coaches going around. There's a lot of young coaches coming up.
Yeah.
It's a lot of new coaches that we're gonna be seeing. So, it's gonna be crazy to see which ones work out and which don't. A lot of teams are going for young coaches, which I think is so weird. I don't know why this trend started. Everyone going for young coaches. I don't know why.
Well, think about it. It's new philosophy. Like, you got to bring in new ideas at this point, because if you go back to Mourinho, we're going to get the same shit. Like, we brought it up a while ago.
Yeah, but I feel like we've seen this happen. It's always happened. I think will happen similar to Chelsea. Some work out, some don't. Just because you're a young coach and they bring in new ideas doesn't mean they're right.
Yeah.
Sometimes experience works because for a certain reason.
Yeah. And like I said, Nagelman is still there, but no one's talking about him at all.
Yeah.
He's pretty much confirmed that he's leaving Germany.
I don't know. I'm telling you, it's so weird.
But, man.
Well, Raul's going to Berlin.
Union Berlin?
I think so, yeah.
Not bad. So, oh, man.
I wonder when Rafa Marquez gets his opportunity.
Yeah, he should jump the ship at this point. Go in. There's a bunch of teams that need coaches. And then who's taking over for Bologna?
I can't remember.
With Thiago Motta leaving.
Did they announce their coach already?
I don't think they have.
I think they're still looking. We said it. He should go there.
Plan confirmed. Thiago Motta will inform Bologna his decision to join Juventus in the next few hours. The deal was set, so it's pretty much him leaving.
Yeah, I don't think they have anyone.
No one aligned, but it's crazy. I don't know how they do it. But do you have any other news you want to talk about?
Let's see. Anything soccer?
As far as transfers, there hasn't been really much.
Well, no, because the season's still not over yet. And plus, I think since we're jumping straight from, like, after the Champions League final, I think...
It's straight, like, Euros at Copa America.
Yeah, in like a week or two, right?
Yeah, I don't think transfers start getting crazy around July. That's when we'll see the big moves.
I don't think we're going to see... We might see some crazy ones happen during the Euros or Copa America.
Mm-hmm.
But besides that, I don't think it's going to be pretty slow to start off. And then I think it'll start going off right afterwards. And then it might carry over during the Olympics as well.
Yeah. So there's 3 major tournaments: Copa America, Euros, Olympics. People don't sleep on the Olympics. That shit's fire.
Yeah, and then Copa America, it's basically all of America, North and South America, combined. So I think it's gonna be pretty good. People usually say the Euro's the best one, but Copa America might just prove it wrong.
Yeah. And with that, go ahead.
I want Germany to win. I hope they win. They're the favorites. They're playing home. I want England to lose. And yeah.
Who did I say was gonna win? I think I already predicted it.
Did we predict it?
I think I did. I think
you said France.
I think I said France, and for the Copa America, I think Uruguay is gonna be like the heavy
You said
Black horse.
I think you said
Dark horse.
Dark Horse, especially because you said the new coach,
Mhm.
and then you said Uruguay or Valverde just turns into a different beast at
Yeah,
football.
I think they just have one of the best cores, like starting 11s. Jose Maria, uh, Ronald Araujo. You have a great keeper. You have great fullbacks that just go up and down and they're gritty. They have Nunez, who I think is super underrated, and they have Federico Valverde, one of the best midfielders in the world.
Yeah.
So that people don't overlook them, and they're the first team to beat Argentina from their streak of like going unbeaten
Yeah.
in Argentina.
That's gonna be a good one.
Yeah, I'm even debating going to one of their games. I think they're playing in Missouri,
Mm-hmm.
in Kansas City. So I'm debating, but I don't know yet. I think it's still a lot of money.
Yeah, we'll see. Well, maybe if you guys like and subscribe and comment, we might be able to go.
Yeah, it's fun my trip.
Yeah, we might. Well, if you guys fund the trip, we'll blog it and then we'll upload the video for you guys.
We'll get people's craziest takes.
Yeah.
That's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna ask a group chat for everyone's craziest takes. I'm gonna call them like if they want to be part of the show
Yeah.
and have them explain it. Cause we should have asked SB that. We'll ask him next time.
Well, next time.
Either way, he wants to be part of the show. We'll get him on.
Hopefully, we'll be bringing more guests on during, especially the summer, because it might get slower with all the transfer news and everything. So, let us know if you guys want more of that and anything else you guys want to see.
But now segueing into basketball, the NBA conference finals are happening right now, and it's going to be a fucking 4-0. The Indiana Pacers and Celtics is the first game I want to talk about, or like the first series.
Yep.
The Pacers are choking. Rick Carlisle is a fraud of a coach.
I mean, that's why you said Dallas fired him
That's
for
why
that
Dallas
reason.
fired him, dude. Oh my god, like they're up. I forgot, like I told you they were like up 8 with like 2 minutes left. The Celtics go on a run. The Celtics are up 1 point. Pacers have the ball with 8 seconds left. Neesmith, I think it's Neesmith, goes up the court with the ball, dribbles it, and they're calling for a foul. Like they want a foul to be called because they feel like he got fouled, but he didn't get fouled. Drew Holiday played amazing defense and stole the ball. But what I was pissed about, I was at Chet's house watching this. I'm like, call a timeout. Call a timeout. You have the ball for the last play. Call a timeout. But Rick Carlisle, proving to himself that he's a bad coach, loses the game. And it's feel like I think I told you, they should have won at least 2 games. The series should be tied right now.
They've been up, I don't know how many times in both games for how much time.
Game 1?
I think they've been up most games, and they just choke at the end.
Yeah, game 1 and game 3 I think is the biggest. They should have won those games. Oh, it should have been tied. Yeah, they should be up 2-1.
Yeah.
But oh my god.
But then again, I'm telling you, it's a Boston Celtic black magic.
Yeah, you talked about it.
Dude, every team they play against, their best player gets injured.
And I think Halliburton is playing today. He's gonna force
No.
his way. He's not.
I think it's been confirmed out. I think so. I think I saw that.
Either way, they still played great without him. But
I mean, their squad is. Everyone discounts the squad as like no other star players or things like that. But their squad's so solid. They know their role. They do their job. I think there's like 7. I think the stat was they were like one of the few teams that had 7 or 8 players able double figure points.
yeah, their squad is great. They have a great front court and back court because, Jesus Christ, they're putting up a lot of bench points, which is what it's needed. And people are saying like, oh, I wish the Knicks were in this series instead of the Pacers. If the Knicks are here, they're getting blown out.
And plus, if the Knicks were there, Jalen Brunson's not playing. He has a fractured hand.
Yeah, they would have been shocked. Like it would have been blowouts. At least with this, you're getting exciting games, and it's going down to the last seconds. But fuck, the Knicks would have been killed. But yeah, again, fucking Rick Carlisle, call a timeout, bro.
Yeah, he is unlikely to play, but he has not been ruled out. He's most likely unlikely to play.
No, yeah, I don't think he plays at all. Then they have yet to rule it, but
I hope the Pacers don't get swept and kept it interesting, because if they do get swept and then the other series also sweep, or can be out, like I think I said, a week and a half without
basketball. I'll be sad, dude. There's not a lot of sports left right now.
No, it's going into that time where there's nothing left.
Yeah.
I mean, hockey's
there. I'll fucking probably put on a hockey game or something.
I've been watching the Dallas Stars versus Edmonton Oilers.
Mm.
I don't know what's going on, but it looks cool.
Yeah.
I don't know what's happening, but yeah,
I think I told Chet this, like, hockey is one of the hardest sports to watch just because the puck is so small. I don't know where it's at. And
Dude.
then I still don't get icing. I think I watched hockey a lot.
they've been calling icing. And I'm like, I don't understand because it's so different each time they call it. I'm like, I don't know what it is.
Then I don't get their offside call either, but I'll
But-
figure it out. I tried watching videos. I still don't get it.
Yeah. All I gotta say is
It's
those,
entertaining. It's entertaining.
those guys are crazy. Cause think about it, you're skating and then they're going at such a high pace and then they're so controlling the puck and everything and then it's moving so fast and it's so small. It's crazy how skilled those guys are.
Like I said, I no hate on hockey. It's very entertaining. I can see how people get into it. It's pretty cool too, especially when they go into their overtimes. It's pretty much golden goal.
Yeah, dude.
Oh.
And then the fights, they just hit each other.
But there's hardly any fights in playoffs.
Yeah, but they just hit each other sometimes, and I'm just like, I wish
slamming each other on walls and everything.
I wish other sports were as aggressive as hockey still.
Yeah. But yeah, I think the Pacers aren't coming back from this series. It's shocked. It's shocked. Celtics are going to the finals and going to the next series. The Mavs.
Dude, we called it. We called it.
it.
We said it as soon as the Timberwolves won. We're like, oh,
Barbecue chicken.
as quoted by Shaq.
Bro, they're like fifth guard or whatever, like at their guard at the end of the fucking bench. I don't know if you saw. I forgot his name. He wanted to pass the ball back to Luka, but Luka just waved him off and told him pretty much cook Gobert because he had Gobert on him.
Yeah, I
And
think
he
it was Hardy.
did.
Yeah,
Yeah,
dude.
that's
Everyone's like
disrespect.
4-time this defensive player of the year. Luka told you to sit the fuck down.
Yeah, I don't. How does he keep getting the award? Like, I get he blocked the rim or whatever, but I think they should have gave it to Victor Wembanyama.
Dude, it's just you know how it is.
I don't know.
It's like how think about it. Beginning of the series, Stephen A. Smith, ESPN analyst, or any other analyst on there were like, "It's the best player in the series. The Timberwolves got this. It's gonna be easy."
Nah, it's like I think we said it too. It's the matchup the Mavericks wanted. The matchup they wanted. If it was Jokic, they would have been fought because it's hard to guard Jokic, Porter, and Aaron Gordon.
Yeah.
Those are three elite players. Like if those three were in different teams, they'd be stars in their team. Well, obviously Jokic, but yeah, Michael Porter Jr. has easily star potential. Same thing with Aaron Gordon. He was at the Magic, but the Timberwolves did him a favor. Came back from 18 points just to get swept by the Mavs.
Yeah, dude. I told you, the Real Madrid man, my boy, Luka's going off. Kyrie's bringing back old Kyrie.
He is.
He's going crazy. Derek Lively before his injury. We hope he's all good for the next for the next series and especially the finals. But he's been going off. He's been playing really well, especially as a rookie. Derek Jones Jr., a former Bull, is going off. He's guarding Anthony Edwards so well. Same with P.J. Washington. Their transfer deadline day is proving 100% correct. They got P.J. Washington and Daniel Gafford, and they've both been playing really crucial roles. I don't know. Everything seems aligning for them.
Yeah, and like I think we even said it, like the West is winning no matter what.
Yeah, I hope the West wins.
Yeah.
But you see the Celtics and the Dallas final, it's gonna be crazy because Boston hates Kyrie.
Yeah, it's what is it? Boston hates Kyrie. There's other like storylines behind it. Oh, the biggest one is what's his name? Grant Williams. He was on both teams and he's not in the final.
Yeah, they traded him to what was it?
The Hornets. Oh man, he's just watching in the window. He must be fucking pissed.
Yeah.
But yeah, I think even matchup wise, like looking into the final, it's gonna be Mavs Celtics.
Which I think it's also gonna be another crazy matchup because Kristaps Porzingis is out. Who knows when he comes back?
They're playing old man Horford.
Horford's getting cooked. He's gonna be on skates as well.
Yeah, because it's a great move that the Mavs did for getting the two big men they got, Gafford and P.J. Washington, because they've been dominant. And they've been playing better than Rudy Gobert and Towns with less minutes.
Dude, I don't know. Is Towns playing? Is he playing?
He's getting in foul trouble a lot. He's not scoring.
He's like 14% from the three.
Yeah, he's shooting from three. They're letting him shoot at this point.
I don't know what he's
Yeah.
doing.
But yeah, I think even matchup wise, like who's guarding? All right, Drew Holiday. He's slowly starting.
To get back to his all
All-
NBA form.
Yeah, like
But
in defensive, but
he's
like
only guarding one. Who's guarding the other?
yeah, who's all right? So we'll go matchup for matchup for. So it's gonna be Kyrie with Drew.
Probably.
Who's guarding? What's his name? Luca. Probably
Probably-
Jalen Brown.
Yeah, probably. Then you have Derrick Jones Jr. or PJ Washington on
On what's his name?
Tatum.
Tatum. More than likely PJ, or even Derrick. Yeah, Derrick Jones. Like one of those. Either of those two, they're gonna guard Tatum. Then who's another player? Jalen Brown, Luca.
Well, it's gonna be Horford and Gafford.
Yeah, for the Gafford. But yeah, I think paper for like looking at the matchups, Mavs just win that.
I think so. Yeah.
Then even their bench is deeper.
And they still have the best player in the series,
Yeah,
Luka, and then I feel like Kyrie as well.
yeah.
He just steps up.
Then people are overlooking Exum, and they're even the Mavs are doing this without what's his name? Not
Max.
who?
Max.
Max Hall. Max.
I think so.
No, what's his name? Oh my God, Tim Hardaway Jr.
Well, he's sort of been out of the rotation,
He played a lot versus the Clippers.
but he's sort of been out this entire time with
Maybe an injury, but something I don't know. Either way,
with Kleber, who's
and then Exum too. He was a massive part in the first series, just in this one he hasn't been. But he's slowly starting to get minutes. But I don't know. I don't know, man. The Celtics might get swept again.
hopefully hopefully Luka gets his ring and shuts all the analysts up about. Because everyone kept on counting him out. No one says he's the face of the NBA or anything like that. It's just like the same disrespect they gave Joker.
Mm-hmm. Then you gotta think about Derek White too. He's slowly the first series he was going off, but now he's like shutting down completely.
You mean JJ Redick's favorite player?
That's JJ Redick's favorite player.
No, yeah, he's JJ Redick's favorite player. I think he has like a thing where he would build like a fantasy lineup and then suit best for like a star player, and then everyone he puts like Derek White because he's like good defensively and he's a good 3-point shooter. But yeah,
We'll see. Then we almost forgot Lively when he comes back.
yeah, because he's like I said, he's a rookie and he's been playing so good defensively.
Mm-hmm.
He's passing the ball when and Luka's been getting double teamed so well. He's proven a really good player,
Yeah.
a really good find.
Then you saw Draymond gave Gafford. What was it, Gafford?
Gafford, yeah, advice on
tips.
what to do on.
When he's trapped or whatever when Gobert comes out.
Yeah.
Like that man hates Gobert too.
He does hate Gobert. You saw how him and Chuck and Shaq were roasting Gobert when Luka came on about the 3-point shot, and then dude Kenny's like, oh, try and
He's like, oh, that could have been anyone.
no.
And everyone's was judging the coaching decision to have Gobert on the floor because yeah, it's kind of weird why you had him. Like it's not been once. He's been cooked multiple times.
He's
on
been
that
cooked
series.
the entire time.
Dude, it's like the Jet. Even Lucas says like, yeah, that's the matchup I wanted.
Yeah, he's roast, and then everyone's like, because you saw after he hit the shot, he was talking shit to him, and even to Anthony Edwards, he's like, "What'd you say to him?" He's like, "I can't say."
You can't say it on TV. I wonder what he said.
Me
Someone
too.
said this isn't Netflix. I'm like stupid. But yeah, so far this is episode 10 of the XG podcast. Make sure to follow us on TikTok. Been uploading clips on there. Controversial takes. Some guy said, real quick. Some guy said that Ronaldo's a midfielder.
Oh, this thing.
He was the last midfielder and Modric to win the Ballon d'Oro. He got, and I told him once, because Alex said the same thing, and he found the graphic of Ronaldo being putting on the best 11, but he was labeled as a midfielder. I'm like, Alex, they did that for the graphic.
For the graphic formation purposes. And then I think, what was it? Alex said his first Ballon d'Oro?
Yeah.
He was a right winger for Man U. He was a winger. His responsibility was offensively.
Yeah.
He was not he would sometimes track back, but he was not a midfielder.
Yeah, I told him formations change shape every time you play. Like as soon as you attack, it's a different formation than when you defend. And I guess he didn't understand that concept, but I'm like, yeah, no, he wasn't a midfielder. He wasn't ever a midfielder. But he's like, but he was a left winger in the right middle. He was a left middle and the right middle for Man U. I'm like, yeah, but he never defended.
That wasn't his role. He wasn't in the midfielder tracking back, bringing the ball up, and doing anything like that. No, his ball was when he was younger. His role was he would take on the defender, create chances, score goals, or anything. But it's just,
Yeah. That was a crazy thing. I didn't even want to respond to him. I was like, you know what? I'll just respond in the podcast.
oh man, these young kids these days don't know ball, man.
But man, but even someone was getting kicked in one of the responses for Rakitic. He put what was it that Rakitic outshined Modric in the World Cup, the 2018 World Cup, but that FIFA glazed them. And I agree with it, to be honest, because I have my takes on that.
I wouldn't say outshine.
No,
him.
yeah, that's not outshine, but in my opinion, I think Rakitic did have a better
one.
Because my biggest one was that Modric missed the penalty to not send the game to penalties. And that's where he didn't shine. Then he also missed another penalty. I forgot which game. But Rakitic saved his ass a lot.
I think that tournament was more...
It was either way. It was in the whole team. I don't think it was one player that...
No, but I think Rakitic did look brighter that tournament, but I feel like it was because I feel like he was playing more forward that role.
Mm-hmm.
He was the more creative force at.
Yeah.
And then Modric was sort of more of a stabilizer for the team.
Yeah, and this guy, he put that like Rakitic over Modric. FIFA glazed him for no reason with the 2018 Ballon d'Oro. I'm like, this is not talked about enough. And people started kicking him. Bro, what in the world? This shit's terrible. You're smoking. And some guy's like, I'm a Barca fan. Absolutely not. Modric is clear for days against Rakitic. Again, different players, different positions. And that's all I'll say. And then this guy, I can't say his name. He said, you can't win games if no goals are scored. I was like, what?
For who?
I don't know. I think he's talking because I put the title as Toni Kroos versus Rakitic. Rakitic does have more goals than Toni Kroos, but again, it's different things. It was more clickbait.
Yeah.
Because I even saw a statistic on Twitter comparing Rakitic versus Toni Kroos, and that's obviously it's the goals. Like I have it right here, real quick. What is it here? Rakitic is so underrated. In 730 games, he has 125 goals and 106 assists. Toni Kroos in 795 games, he has 53 goals and 96 assists. I'm like, dude, they're different positions. Toni Kroos plays really fucking deep.
Yeah, he plays so deep. He's not in the forward line to be able to score goals like that. That's why every goal you see from Toni Kroos is from like outside box, running in and
like he's never inside the box touching
it like that.
Yeah,
dude, it's these young kids these days. They just see stats and they just assume anything.
But yeah, dude, you gotta go back to the Sevilla days. Rakitic was everything for that team.
Sevilla days, yeah.
He was everything. He was an attacking force, but if anything, the last time Toni Kroos was an attacking player was at Bayern. He was playing that Schweinsteiger role.
Yeah, or Leverkusen when he was playing as a left middle.
Yeah, so you can't compare. Like, you gotta take everything with a grain of salt. You can compare apples to apples, not fucking apples to oranges.
Yeah, just these days, dude. This is why I hate XG, dude.
We are XG podcast, but
no, but I hate how it's being used by these young kids. They just use it to explain everything.
Not even that, just statistics in general. Like you gotta have the eye test too.
You gotta actually watch the game and understand why they're doing things and what it does. Because sometimes an unsuccessful take on is better than a successful take on because it shows you what the game plan or things like that can lead to. But these kids, they just assume everything.
Yeah, this is why we created the podcast, dude, to educate people. Because Jesus Christ, I've seen some horrible fucking takes.
Yeah.
But yeah, I had a bad take. Was the Giroud one? I admit it now. Like looking back at it, what you told me, what SP's told me too. I'll give it to you. But the only thing I have against Drogba and Giroud is World Cup. That's the only thing.
But also, you can't compare World Cup to them because Giroud plays for France.
Well, keep in mind, the Ivory Coast had a golden era. They had Yaya Toure as well.
Belgium also had a golden era. A lot of teams have, England has a golden era every 5 years, and yet they.
But keep in mind, they had Yaya Toure, pretty much the best midfielder in the Premier League for like 3 years. I'm surprised they didn't make that squad work. I used to play that squad all the time on FIFA 13 too.
But that when it was coming up, think about it. It was also prime Spain.
Prime in Spain too. But we all have bad takes. We're gonna get people's opinions.
My
soon on
take
their
is so
takes.
right. I still don't.
Why we still gotta get your bad take? Well, no,
Oh.
you said the Messi.
It's I'm gonna die in this hole. Nothing can change my mind. I don't care what you say.
All right, with that, we'll end episode 10. Thank you guys for watching. Make sure to like and subscribe. Leave your comments. Follow us on TikTok. I know you have TikTok. Stop fucking lying. It hasn't been banned yet. So follow it. Share it to your
And
friends.
also let us know what you think about Espy as our guest today.
Yeah.
Let us know your thoughts. Should he stay? Should he come back?
Well-
I'm leaning towards not because after what he said about prediction. But let us know if we should keep him. Yeah, I think that's it.
All right, thanks, guys. Peace.
All right, peace.